Hello, Army! Welcome back to BTS on 7. Today, we're talking about a night in Arlington, Texas, where Jimin didn't just perform, he turned heads, sparked conversations, and reminded everyone why even the smallest style choice from him can become the biggest talking point of the day. Let's set the scene. The location was AT&T Stadium, one of the largest and most iconic arenas in the United States, the kind of venue that swallows tens of thousands of fans and somehow still feels intimate when the right performer takes the stage. This was the opening night of a leg on his world tour, the kind of first night where anticipation runs high, where fans travel from all over just to be present for that very first show, not knowing exactly what surprises are waiting for them. And on this particular night, the surprise wasn't a new song or an unexpected guest. It was something far more personal. It was Jimin's hair. For years, fans have watched Jimin experiment with his look, from soft waves to sleek styles, from dramatic colors to elegant simplicity. But this night introduced something fans hadn't quite seen from him before, at least not in this exact form. Half of his hair was worked into delicate braids, small and intricate, running along one side of his head, while the rest fell loose and soft around his face. Threaded through those braids were tiny, colorful beads, a mix of red and blue, catching the light every time he moved. It was playful, it was unexpected, and it was undeniably him, because only Jimin seems to be able to take something so whimsical and somehow make it look effortlessly cool on a massive stadium stage. Alongside the braided hair, there was a small, sparkling ear cuff catching the light near his ear, adding just a touch of shine without overwhelming the rest of the look. His outfit kept things grounded, a black turtleneck layered under a structured black jacket with subtle button details, the kind of simple, moody color palette that lets a bold hairstyle become the star of the moment without any competition. It was a study of contrast, dark and minimal on the body, bright and expressive up top, and that balance is likely part of why it resonated with so many people watching. What made the moment even more memorable was the way it was captured, not just from the crowd's point of view, but from the massive screens inside the stadium. As his face appeared in close-up, illuminated and larger than life for everyone in the far corners of the arena, you could see the braids clearly, the beads catching the stage lighting, and a warm, natural smile spreading across his face as he looked upward, almost as if he were taking in the enormity of the moment himself. There's something powerful about seeing an artist enjoy their own performance in real time, and that expression, caught mid-laugh, mid-smile, radiating comfort and joy, is part of what made this moment feel so genuine rather than staged. Now, here's where things got really interesting online. Almost immediately after glimpses of this look started circulating, fans began drawing a very specific, very charming comparison. Many ARMY pointed out that the colorful little accessories woven through his braids reminded them of the hair clips worn by an animated character, Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph. If you're familiar with that character, you'll remember her hair is scattered with small candy-like decorations, sprinkles and sweets tucked into her dark hair, giving her a fun, sugary, almost storybook appearance. Fans online began joking and in some cases wondering out loud whether Jimin's stylist had taken a bit of creative inspiration from that exact aesthetic. Now, to be clear, this is entirely speculation. There's no official confirmation that the styling was inspired by any specific character or reference. It's simply a connection that many fans made independently, because visually, the resemblance genuinely struck a chord. And honestly, that's part of the fun of following an artist like Jimin, watching the internet come together in real time to find playful, creative parallels for something as simple as a hairstyle. Reaction across fan spaces was immediate and overwhelmingly affectionate. Comments poured in describing the look as impossibly pretty, with fans specifically calling out how rare and exciting it felt to see him with his hair clipped and braided in such a detailed way. Several fans wrote that the half-braided style paired with the colorful accessories created a look they hadn't expected to fall in love with so quickly, yet here they were, completely charmed. Others focused on the emotional side of the moment, less about the technical styling and more about the way his soft smile combined with the overall look, calling the whole combination close to perfect. There's a phrase that circulated quite a bit, something along the lines of pure perfection, used to describe not just the hairstyle itself, but the entire picture, the hair, the expression, the warmth radiating from him in that instant. It's worth pausing here to think about why a moment like this carries so much weight. Jimin has always been known for his attention to visual detail, whether that's through his stage outfits, his choreography, or simply the way he presents himself in front of a camera. Over the years, ARMY has come to expect a certain level of thoughtfulness in his presentation, and when something shifts, even something as small as a new hairstyle, it becomes an event in itself. This particular look stood out because it felt different from his usual polish. It leaned into something more playful, more textured, almost handmade in its charm, and that shift from sleek sophistication to something a little more whimsical is part of what made fans respond so enthusiastically. It showed a different side of his artistic identity, one that embraces fun without sacrificing the confidence that defines his stage presence. There's also something to be said about the setting itself. Performing on the opening night of a stadium show comes with its own kind of pressure and energy. Everything from the sound checks to the lighting rehearsals leads up to that first moment when the crowd roars and the show truly begins. To debut a completely new look on a night like that says something about intention. It wasn't a quiet, low-key change slipped in during a rehearsal or a casual appearance. It arrived on a night meant to make a statement, in front of one of the largest crowds of the tour, under lights designed to make every detail visible. Whether that timing was deliberate or simply how the styling schedule worked out, the result was the same, a hairstyle that instantly became one of the most talked about details of that entire show. As the night went on, more attention turned towards how naturally he wore it. There was no stiffness, no self-consciousness, just Jimin moving through his performance the way he always does, fully present, fully in the moment, with these small, colorful details swinging gently with every movement of his head. That kind of ease is often what separates a styling choice that feels gimmicky from one that feels authentic, and by most accounts, this one landed firmly in the latter category. Fans described the whole experience as feeling like watching him have fun with his own image, embracing a slightly younger, playful energy while still carrying the same magnetic stage presence that has defined his performances for years. By the end of the night, screenshots and clips of this particular hairstyle were circulating widely, with fans creating edits, comparisons, and heartfelt posts about how much the look had struck them emotionally. It's a reminder of just how closely ARMY pays attention to every detail, and how something as simple as braided hair with a few colorful beads can spark genuine joy and connection across an entire fan community spread across different countries and time zones. That's part of what makes following an artist like Jimin such a unique experience. It's never just about the music or the choreography. It's about these small human moments, a smile caught on camera, a new hairstyle debuted under bright stadium lights, a spontaneous online comparison to a beloved animated character, all coming together to create a memory that fans will keep revisiting long after that particular show has ended. So, to wrap things up, what we witnessed was more than just a new hairstyle. It was a glimpse into Jimin's willingness to experiment, to bring a little unexpected charm into a massive stadium setting, and to let his personality shine through even the smallest details. From the half braids to the colorful beads, from the sparkling ear cuff to that warm, genuine smile lighting up the big screen, it all came together to create one of those moments fans will keep talking about for a long time. If this brought a smile to your face the way it clearly did for so many fans that night, give this video a like and drop a comment letting us know what you thought of Jimin's new look. Did it remind you of anything or anyone too? We'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe to BTS on 7 and turn on notifications so you never miss an update about Jimin or the rest of BTS. Thank you so much for watching, ARMY, and we'll see you in the next one.